Namaskar. We would like to welcome you all on Independent Research Society, IRES Samriddhi International University. Tips for impressive speech. Today we are celebrating World Speech Day, which is meant for this speech. But we have tried to correlate this speech with our speech disorders also. Thank you. Thank you very much for joining. I would like to welcome Dr. Suparna Chanel Madam from Bolpur and Dr. Sagat Kumar Basu from Kolkata. Welcome both the speakers. And without wasting much time, we would like to learn tips for impressive speech from Madam Suparna Chanel. Welcome.
Very good evening
Good
to
evening.
the all dignitaries over here for giving me such an opportunity again to say on this very interesting and impressive topic on this impressive speech. Basically, the former speaker also told that the speech is very interacting and the innovative ideas along with the very scientific topic where we can share the speech and share the views of knowledge and the any kind of speech, and the way of talking is depending upon the vocal cord, and this vocal cord, the speech and the tempo we have taken, and it is our by birth we are getting by birth. It is there is no environmental factor. The all the other factors can be effect on this. It is the our like the voices of Lata Mangeshkar, and she has getting this voice by the Almighty. So this is our vocal cord temptation and the possibilities and probabilities, how our vocal cord will affect and how we can maintain our speech. The speech regulating aspect is automatic. It is creating in our system, body system, and with the brain function, which can regulate the speech with this natural phenomenon. But when we are delivering speech, that is a very scientific issue. How we can make it in a very scientific way. So we have to keep it in our mind. First, that is the identify the theme of the speaking topic. So we, when we are talking, we are giving and delivering speech, we should identify a very interesting and scientific topic. Like the today's topic is very interesting and scientific. There is no one has probably there is no seminar or webinar has held with this very innovative topic. Then we are also pointing out the know your audience, the which type of audience and to whom and in front of whom we are speaking and we are delivering our speech, and the shared personal knowledge. On the basis of the topic, we are sharing our personal knowledge. Then the catch any latest related views like this. If we are telling regarding the COVID, so we have to we cannot share regarding the COVID situation. But if we wish to talk regarding COVID, then we have to identify the three stages that like the pre-COVID, COVID, and post-COVID. What we have enhanced and what has happened and what is happening and what may happen. This functions we have to keep in our mind, and we can deliver our lecture on this on the basis of this. And this the make a list of possible ideas, like any kinds of topic is related with the idea, and we are delivering and we are sharing our idea among the people, the audience, and the audience should be compatible enough to whom we are delivering the speech. And the some short listed topics. First, we have to take it and make a decision for the which we are stick on it. We have to stick on it. That means our ideological point of view cannot be dwindle situation. It should be a scientific, and we should maintain the identification and scientific motivation with our knowledge and with our purview. So this topic is also very important for this, like the if we can preparing a health camp, or we are providing the knowledge based audience, so then the system is different. If there is no one is the knowledge oriented, that the audience, how to manage the audience, it is also dependent upon the speaker. So how speech is regulating, it is very important. Like the way I am talking, so this tempo and this the which the how much speech and how much I can say, that is depending upon, and the sound system is also regulating, and the brain factor, the pituitary body is also controlling the which type of topping, and the which the system we are practicing, and we when we are saying and delivering our lecture. But if I can call anyone, those who are far away, they are the speech, and this the deliberation is different, because it is the calculation, the mathematical calculation, which is doing our brain automatically, and the speech is regulating through the pituitary body is also automatic way. So this is the autofill generation which are maintaining the impressive topic. So when we are playing sing, or we are singing a song, the speech, and this when we are talking, that is the speech. When we are angry, we are also delivering our speech. So these are the political leader, those who are delivering their speech. That is also the tempo. That is also the topic chosen, and how they are saying, and the way of their speech. The public used to be interested, and they are giving their own right, the voting right. So that's why it is the audience base, and the knowledge base, and the people base, and how we are delivering our speech, and how we are impressive. Then only we can make the impress people at large. So there is the purposive speech, there is a factual piece, there is a policy making, there is a value purposive field. And when we are meeting the people in the field work, and this the rural people, the in interior part of the our rural Bengal or rural India, and rural areas of outside of India. So there is a people, those who are surviving in the surrounding area. That means we have to work with the shoes of them. So then our speech will be the impressive to some extent to the people to whom we are delivering our speech. So that's why it is, we can say, the power of genuine smile. You have to maintain your smiling face. You have to maintain the embarrassing situation. We have to importance and gratitude in daily living. We have to emphasize the person's personal problems. We have to highlight the problem, how they can solve it, how they can overcome it, impact of small acts and kindness. When we are also teaching in the classroom, so we have to act accordingly. So when we are teaching to the kindergartens kids, the deliberation of speech is different. When we are youth, maintaining youth, that is also deliberation. And the college students, then the university students, the scholars. So these are the ways, these are the several parameters where we can deliver our speech. And this is our mind control and sensation control, how we can make our speeches very scientific way and impressive, and very the speech is remembering. So our short-term brain to long-term brain to reach to the long-term brain. So we can remind the speech of Swami Vivekananda, Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, Rabindranath Tagore, because it is a speech outstanding, because they have touched your mind and heart. So that way we can make it very impressive, and we can get the success. And if we can, the speaker can touch the heart of this, the conquer the heart of the audience, then only the speaker is the successful, and their speeches make it impressive, and their success in their speaking. Thank you very much. Thanks for giving me such an opportunity. Thanks to the AYUSH SAMRIDDHI platform. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And your chairman, impressive orator, great to learn from you, great to learn from you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite Dr. Sakat Kumar Basuji.
Thank
Welcome.
you, Dr.
Welcome,
Sharma.
Basuji.
Thank you, Dr. Sharma. It's a pleasure to be again on this platform. And it's a very topic that I really love on because an impressive speech is something that has a long-term impact. So how to make an impact speech? I think the first and very important thing for an impact speech is to be within your time limit. So if you are given a time limit of 10 minutes, 15, 20, or 40 minutes, arrange your talk in a way so that you can finish within that time. Unless under some specific circumstances your time is extended, try and finish your speech within the time frame that is provided. It is a courtesy, and it is also important to remember that people are tired of hearing. If you have very long illustrious speech, it is always high chance that you will lose your audience. To make your preach brief, to the point, accurate, and brisk is important. So that it should neither be too long and neither be too shortened so that no one is able to gauge what actually you are delivering. Number two, look into the audience in advance. Check with the organizers what is your audience, whether it is school student, college students, general audience, scientific audience, or people who are specialized in a particular line. Depending on the quality of your audience, it is important for you to organize your speech. If it is a highly technical audience, you definitely need to talk about technical things. But if it is a very general audience, you need to make your speech understandable for the people who are listening to you. If you are using too much of technical jargons, too much of technical words that goes over the head of the ordinary people, then your delivery of the speech is failed. No matter how knowledgeable you are, no matter how much experience you have, it is very important for an individual who is making a presentation through a speech to reach your audience. If you are unable to reach your audience through your illustrious speech, where most people fail to gauge or understand what you are talking about because it was too technical, then the purpose has failed. So it is very important to look and understand your audience and prepare your speech accordingly and deliver it in the language that they would understand. Third is the language. If you are fluent with the local language of the audience, then you should try and speak in that particular language if it is advisable, other than speaking in English, but where everyone is speaking in English and the conference has a national or international importance, one has to speak in this English language so that everyone or a population in a wider dimension can understand you. Third, is to add humor to your speech. Not always it is possible to humor depending upon the context, but rather than having long monotonous speech, it is better to make it entertaining in a way, particularly in case of general speech, so that it becomes acceptable to the audience. One has to be very careful that one does not use any obnoxious, inappropriate jokes or stuff, but it is your body language, how confident you are, how fluent you are with the language. You can very simply and easily crack some instance of uh, humor into your sports, into your presentation. And I always suggest make yourself the part of the humor. Make yourself to be the center of the humor. If you are cracking a joke to establish a point, then make that joke on yourself so that under no circumstances anyone else is hurt, even if your intention is not hurting anyone. So that's one part given. The fourth is to maintain the pace and the passion. If you are passionate, if the joys and the sadness of whatever you are delivering reflects on your face, it has an immediate action or a reaction among your audience. Make eye contact when you are making a speech, if it is possible. If it is an online speech, definitely it is not possible for you to make such a strong positive eye physical contact with respect to eyes. But if you are making a physical or an offline presentation, make sure that you make eye contact with your audience, look into their acceptance, look into their dejection or rejection, and then if necessary you have to correct and modify your speech as you are going through. If you are a good reader or perceiver, just by looking into the eyes of your audience, you will be very simply be able to gauge whether they are enjoying your presentation or whether they are looking at you like dead fishes, or whether they are sitting there because they have to sit and the lunch break is just after you finish your presentation. I have seen even among very many senior persons who come onto the stage, Once they have been given the stage and the mic, they forget about everything: the time, the frame, the delay and the duration that is given. It is very important to remember that there are others who are following after your speech. So you should be able to maintain your speech within the time limit and maintain the courtesy that you do not need to be reminded more than once while you need to summarize. And if you are requested to summarize, I think one should not take it personally. Many times, if an anchor has requested someone, sir or madam, please summarize, well, I have seen many people react. They get angry. I have just started. I have not been able to finish or even reach the core of the content. That's my problem. I am an inefficient speaker that I took 30 minutes to go into the introduction. I have not been able to reach the core of my talk. So I think rather than wasting a long time in introduction with today's audience, where they have very little patience, it is important that we can directly jump into the topic and try and engage them in your talk. If you are talking about irrelevant things, if you are putting in too many irrelevant examples, you are going to lose your audience within a very short time. So it is that first 2 minutes that are very important when you are trying to make an impressive speech. It is the make or break point of a speech. You are within that 1 to 2 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes of the beginning of the speech. If you are able to connect with your audience, you have win them over. And then effortlessly, as you move on with your speech, you have hooked the audience. They will stay with you and make the clap come through the core of their heart, not because they have to give you a respect and they're clapping at the end of a long boring presentation which no one is listening. So crispiness, short duration, objective, a little bit humor based, and target oriented speech, I think, are the best one to reach your audience. With this, I conclude my presentation. Thank you so much, Sharmaji, for giving me this opportunity. Speech is something that we all need to practice. It may not come very easily. It should be started from the schools and the colleges, and it should become a part of our life because it's a very important way of communication and very important way of engaging with people. Thank you very much and wish you all a post happy Holi. Thank you.
थैंक यू शेखर जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। बहुत अच्छा लगा। आप बोलते हो तो एक बार फ्लो में, अब आपसे ही तो इम्प्रेसिव स्पीच सीखने का रियली एक मन होता है। बहुत अच्छा बोलते हैं, बहुत अच्छा।
Thank you. Thank you.
मैं
Good
अब
night.
डॉक्टर निशांत शुक्ला जी को आप डॉक्टर निशांत जी, डॉक्टर निशांत शुक्ला जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच। थैंक यू टू